change today. We have a Samsung Galaxy S10. It's needing a replacement USB C port, which isn't working at all, and a replacement battery. So first things first, we'll get this back cover off, and we use hot air to melt the glue that holds on. There we go. I have a feeling this has been opened before because it came off quite easily. It's normally a bit of pain in the backside getting them off. Right. Okay, so just a load of Phillips screws. I believe they're all the same size. Need to come off. Right, that's the frame off. So now, and I've unplugged the battery. So just take off the remaining screws, and we should be able to pop the board out of the frame. Right, that's the main board out the chassis. You get your USB C port here, and a replacement. The usual with these, you end up with 2 rows of pins that are completely hidden, so it's hot air only. You can't get any access to apply any solder with an iron. So what we'll do is we'll heat this up, take the old port out, we'll clean up the pads, tin them with some leaded solder, and drop the new one in. That's the plan. clean. Those holes are clean, so I should just be able to drop into place. Just make sure. Yeah, that should be fine. Right, so these I've pre-tinned all the pins on the new port just to make it a bit easier, hopefully. And I'm going to clean up and pre-tin all the pads on the board. Flux. Add a little bit of solder at the tip of the iron. Quick check with the scope. They're all nicely tinned. Flux. On the board up a level, and then we'll drop this in. Doesn't seem to be sitting down as well as I'd like. Hold it down, let it cool. A little bit of solder on these points here. There we go. Just to anchor it in place. It certainly seems to be sitting very flush. Hopefully all those pins have connected underneath. That's the difficulty with USB C. Because the pins are hidden. Right. Of course we've got a bit of a clean with isopropyl first, just to get that flux cleaned up. Cotton bud. It's the board back in. I put the replacement battery in, and just to give it a quick check, make sure it was powering up okay, which it is. So I'm going to add a little strip of double-sided tape just to hold the new battery in place, because I've cleaned out all the old stuff. This should be plenty to hold it. On the top and the bottom. Away. Battery in. Plug back in. So now, just a case of getting this back in place. Screws in, and then we'll get the back cover on, and then we'll give it a proper test, make sure it's charging. Right, that's it, piece back together. Applied some glue around the edges and popped cover back on, so I'm going to give that glue a bit of time to set, and then we'll give it a full test. Right, that's us all pieced back together. Glue's all set, so let's give it a little test, make sure that it's charging. So there's one side, and there we go, it's charging fine. Let's flip it over. Yep, and there we go, it's charging. Plugged in both ways, so USB C port is fine, and replacement batteries installed. So that's pretty much that one done. It was fairly straightforward. The back, completely out of focus. The back cover came off nice and easy, but like I say, I think that's because someone's been into it previously. Normally a little harder to get them, to get the original glue to soften. The port itself was fairly straightforward, mainly because the boards on these are a little thinner, so they don't require quite the same heat as say a Nintendo Switch or an Xbox or a PlayStation. When you're doing any kind of ports on them, the boards are that little bit thicker and draw the heat away a bit more. Whereas that was quite straightforward, even at a lower temperature on the heat gun. Battery. I didn't use isopropyl removing the battery. I heated it up slightly from the screen side, not a lot, just enough, and it softened it and it popped out no problem. So that was easy enough. So yeah, relatively straightforward, and it all seems to be working just fine. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, then please subscribe, and if you hit the bell notification icon, you'll be notified any time that I upload new content. Thanks for watching. Cheers.